out there in TV land. Uh, we are going to be covering today the Facebook. We're going to review what we learned last time on Facebook and how to use Facebook to develop your leads and your warm market. And then today we're going to talk about how to set up a fan page, at least the initial conversation for it, so that we can, so that you can then use Facebook to actually talk about My Video Talk and talk about your business in a way that's not offending your personal side of Facebook. So I'm going to turn. Can you hold on? We're gonna hold. Are we muted? Okay. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties here. I got a bunch of laughing partners. Anyway, I'm going to start. I'm going to show my desktop. So here's the desktop, and I'm going to go to the Facebook page. And as I told you in the last Lunch and Learn, there are two areas of your Facebook that you need to know about. One is your actual page that is seen by everybody, which is under your name, and you can see from the screen. This is the area that people that where you talk about. You have your wall, and you can make comments. It also has where your photos are. Your likes, your friends, and it's also the area where you can update your information. And as I said before, what you want to do is when you update your information, you want to have your phone numbers and your websites and your email addresses. And I would put as many as you want to have on there because you want people to find you. If you feel uncomfortable and you want to limit some of that, then what you can do is go into the privacy settings, which again is at the top in the right hand corner where the arrow is. You can go to privacy settings and you can set who and what you want to have people see. On the other area, which is your home area, this is the area that you control. This is where your lists are going to be, your pages, your groups, as well as your friends. And we commented last time, you want to set up lists and have it be where you can find people easily, you can put them in categories, and it also gives you the ability to send messages to only certain people in a particular list. So as you can see from over on the left hand side, this is where your list areas, or you can add them to your favorites. You can add pages or groups or anything to your favorites so they're always up and visible. If you don't want to have it in your favorites, the pages and groups and friends and your apps are all listed on the left hand side and a little bit down below. If you're seeing something and it's not showing up, hover over one of them and you'll see a button that says More, and you click on the More button, and this is where your list of all the pages that you may have as fan pages, and you can see I have a few, as well as you can do that for your friends, and I'll scroll down. So if you click on the More button for your friends, this is where your lists of friends are going to be, and you can create a list, and you can see all the different lists that I have created here on Facebook. As I said in the last meeting, the things you want to do is you want to develop your warm market, or what I call the semi-warm market, people that you know or have come in contact with over the many years, but for whatever reason you've grown apart. This is the area where you can reconnect, and you do that by sending a friend request, and then you send a message saying I'd like to reconnect with you, or you can say things like looks like you have an interest in what we're doing or what I'm doing, and I want to get together with other people that have the same interest and see if they will become a friend based on that. So you want to develop your warm market through making lists and sending out friend requests. But when it comes down to it, you do not want to be talking business on your personal page. You want to be going, once they're friends, going to their info page and pulling off their email address or their phone number and make that contact with them directly. Send that video email to them and then make a phone call if they have a phone number. What you also should do to get your brand out there, to build you up, Facebook has a thing called a fan page. Fan pages are for businesses. They are where businesses can communicate with people and various friends, and friends can recommend these pages. And this is an area where you can talk about your business. And I suggest that every one of you out there that is promoting the My Video Talk product, that you create that fan page. It can be your personal name, or if you want to set up a company name. In essence, it almost gives you a personal website. And you can set it up just like a regular website, and you can have a blog that is attached to that particular website, all done through Facebook. There's some limitations in what you can do because it is a Facebook page and it is not a true web page. So I always recommend getting web pages as well. But it's a way to spread your brand out into the world and over the internet. So what I like to do is when I go to my home page, as I said before, on the left-hand side, you have your friends, you have your pages, you have your groups, and what you can do is you can click on this Pages button, and so I'm going to click on it, and when you come up with it, it has the ability right here near the top in the center, if you can see this, it's create a page. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a page. And we're going to walk through most of the steps here, but I'm not going to finalize it per se. We can make up something, and then you can always delete that page later on. So we're going to make up a fictional page right now. And the nice thing about fan pages is you can create whatever fan page you want, and you don't have to have a tax ID or anything like that. So if you have a side business or a personal type thing that you want to promote, I would recommend setting up a fan page. Again, all you're doing is you're expanding your visibility in Facebook as well as on the internet. So when you come to the Create a Fan page, you're going to see there are things that, classifications. Are you a local business or place? Are you a company or organization or institution? A brand or a product? Artist, band, or public figure? Are you in the entertainment? Or do you have a cause? A charity, a thing, a church. This is where you can set up a church fan page or some other charitable organization. So we're gonna, pick the first one, the local business, and what you can do is when you pick that, you can see it comes up with some information that needs to be filled out. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a category, and we're going to pick here, we're just going to do, you can see by the different categories, there's attractions, banks, churches. You can do pages in any way, shape, or form. If you want to do it here, you can, or if you want to do it over again under the charity thing, that's fine too. They ask certain different questions based on what you choose. But we're going to say local business, and we're just going to say, how about education? We're going to do education. So I just created education, and now I'm going to create lunch and learn. This is what we do here, and turn down your volume. Okay. So lunch and learn, and then you can fill out an address and the city is actually we'll actually create the actual 8. And we invite you, as you can see, if you can see this, we invite you to come out here to the ranch anytime. We're usually around, or we can make an appointment to see you. And then the phone number. Okay, so we've just filled in the information for our lunch and learns, and you have to agree to the terms and conditions, which I would recommend reading, guys. Some of it's kind of dry, but they do have certain rules and regulations that you need to follow, and if you don't follow them, Facebook gets very upset. As an example, you're not allowed to, well, let's create the page, and I will show you an example of one of the rules that they have. So it's generating the lunch and learn. So right now, after I clicked on that, it wants to add a picture. So if you have a company logo, or if you're branding yourself, you could put your own brand, your own picture. This is where you would add it. We're going to put the New Media Ranch logo in here. Give me a second, guys. Oh, where did my... Oh, I know. I apologize. We're just going to put a random photo since we're going to delete this page afterwards. How about a football picture? There we go. That's one of the quarterbacks for my college, USC. Go Trojans. Anyway, so then we have a thing after you load the picture up. We're going to type a little thing in the about page. So what we're going to say is educate with lunch and learn. Okay. So this is where you would add a description of your business, and you can be more involved. I think there are some limitations to it. You can add a link to your website in this particular box right below that. So we're going to put New Media Ranch Live. And we're going to save this info. Okay, and then the Facebook web address, you can create a specific what you want it to say. So we're going to type in lunch and learn. Somebody else has lunch and learn. Wow. We're just going to say lunch. How about that? No. Lunch with Mark. How about that? See, there's so many pages out there already. It didn't like that. Okay, so what happens is once you've set up your basic information, this is what you're going to come up with. and you can see I'm going to like. You want to collect your likes, and you want to invite your friends. I'm not going to invite any friends at this point in time. You can always come back to that. So I'm just going to click next here. Next. Okay. And you can skip any of this process. All right, so this is what you come up with as kind of an administrative area. You can see I can add a cover. What I suggest is you add a picture. You're not allowed to put links in that picture. It's against the rules of Facebook. So what you can do is just put maybe an image of your business or your location or whatever you want to put in here, or you can leave it blank. It'll just be a blank area at the top. You can see where I put that profile. You can see what I put in here, educate with lunch and learn, that's the description. This is where the area where you can get way more descriptive about your business. You can add links, and if you click on the About button, you can edit the information. You can see that it added a Google map to show where we are. And if you want to add more of a description about yourself, you can do that here. I think there is a limitation on the number of words you can put on there. And then you can always go back to the home page via this, and then we have, you know, your notifications when people like you. And then this is an area where you can start blogging and start talking about your business. You can invite friends to visit this particular page, and I would invite them to share, you know, comments about what you're doing, and really develop. We're going to go into future things, how to really market using your page. Today it's just basically to show you how to develop your page and get it to be where you have at least a presence. And so at this point in time, I just want to show you this up at this area, this right up here at the top. You can see where you can edit your page. You can check the activity of people that have, you know, come to your site. You can also ban users. If someone's abusing the site, you can put it in there that you want them not to be able to have access to the site. You can build an audience by inviting your email contacts. So you can, when you click on this button, you can send emails to people and say, come see my fan page, come like my fan page. You can invite friends that already have a Facebook page, and you can share this page. You can forward this to other people via email. You can also create an ad, and we'll show you in future lessons how to do that. If you get stuck, you know, you can you know, go over here to the help section, and it's there's very detailed things on even how to use particular buttons, how to use particular things in Facebook. So if you get really stuck on something, you can always go here to find that. You can also hide the page so no one sees it, so you can kind of take it offline, so to speak, so that you can, you know, fix something or create something, and if you're not quite ready to show it, it won't be shown in Facebook. So you can also communicate via your page. In essence, you can post as though you were, so if you go to edit page, you can see here is a whole bunch of settings and things that you can do. You can change your profile picture. You can manage your permissions. So you can see here, this is, you know, you can unpublish the page. You can put where is the page visible. So if you don't want it to be seen somewhere, you can. You can, you know, hide the page. You can have age limitations on the page. Posting activity, you can, again, it's all of this is pretty self-explanatory. If you have questions on any of these settings, you can definitely you can definitely go to the help section, and they will give you more information. Again, over here on the left, you can see your basic information, your profile picture, and let's go to settings. So I can post via my personal page or via my fan page. So if I'm doing business and I want to post on maybe another business's page, maybe I'll come in under, Lunch and Learn instead of coming in as Mark Muller, personal. So you can do that by changing these preferences right here, which is under your settings. Once you've decided what you want to do, you can save those settings. Again, you can have apps. We're going to go more into apps on future things to show you how to use apps to get more traffic to your site, and as a way of maybe describing what you're doing, also to put contests, as well as put contact pages, so you can capture people into your capture systems, which we'll be talking about tomorrow, because MVT has a capture system. We can show you how to create those pages via an app, and we'll do that in a future thing. But again, pretty basic, pretty easy to set up a fan page. I recommend everybody do it. Again, because it's a fan page, you can, what I would do, this is where you do talk about your business, promote yourself, promote your business, and post to it frequently and often. And go to other fan pages and post on there as your particular fan page, so that you can do that cross-linking. We always like, in the business of what they call search engine optimization, you like to cross-link. Even in Facebook, you like to cross-link, which means that you want to be talking and posting on other people's pages as well as have people post on yours. Invite friends to come see what you're doing as a business. So, I would invite your whole Facebook group to come in and come see your fan page. Again, people understand that this is where you can do a lot of communication to promote yourself, and it's okay, versus doing the promotion on your personal pages, which should be strictly an area where you talk about personal things. So if I'm going to turn back on the web show, so I wanted to see if there's any questions out there with regards to how to set up a fan page. Again, these are going to be pretty short and sweet, and you can always come back to these Lunch and Learns via these taped. We tape everything, and when so if you can't visit us during the noon hour on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you can always come and watch this again. You can also reach us via Mark at newmediaranchllive.com. And here, let me turn back on the. Give me a second. I'm going to turn back on the camera. Whoopsie, hold on. There it is. Sorry. And see how easy that is? We can go back and forth. We showed you on one of our web show how to use the desktop share in the web show by downloading it from your boardroom and downloading it onto your computer. And that's why you were able to see my desktop. There is a way to make it clearer, and I haven't quite figured that out yet, so hopefully in a future lesson you'll be able to see better. But in the meantime, if there's any questions on how to set up a fan page on Facebook. Okay. Well, if that's it, guys, thanks for stopping by. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the MVT marketing system. It's a system that is been developed for MVT, where you can use autoresponders and actually set up more websites out there. I recommend the system highly because again, you want to get this visibility to not only for yourself but also for MBT, and you can do that by setting up many websites that deal with specific information, and as you do your video emails, you can recommend people to go to those particular websites. The system, the MBT marketing system, sets up a separate web domain as well as subdomains, and you can have as many as you want. And this will be an area where you can really, spread your seed, so to speak, out there in the internet. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow. So we're going to sign off now, and thanks for coming.